So I have to remember tonight when we're done to turn the hot water heater back on, because I forgot last time. And then Megan's like, we don't have any hot water. I tried to take a shower and it was cold. I was just like, oh, wow, that's really strange. Let me go check out the hot water heater.
You bastard.
Yeah. The things I do for the audience.
Yeah.
Like, oh, don't know. Must have just been messed up. Seems fine now, though. Wasn't me that did it for podcasting.
Unfortunately, that's the pre-show, and now she's going to know.
Howdy, it's Thursday, February 13th, 2020, and this is episode 119 of Due for a Win, the Atlantic City and Casino Biz podcast. I'm Kyle Askin, joined, as always, by Craig Stone. What's good, Craig?
We are in the last year, the last episode of our 2000s look back.
That is good, isn't it? Yeah.
Looking back at like 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, now 19, that hasn't been that fun for me. We're too close to it. We're too deep in the forest to see the trees.
Although I think you're the one that suggested quitting and I made fun of you. So.
That's true. Anyways, should we talk about 2019?
Yeah, so 2019, I think you've picked a pretty questionable group of things to talk about, but whatever, I'll do it for the podcast. The Atlantic City Blackjacks had their one and only season in the Arena Football League before the whole league folded, going 4-8 and missing the playoffs. Rhythm and Spirits and the new Iron Room location opened on Tennessee Avenue. Ocean's hedge fund overlords, Luxor Capital, ousted Bruce Dyfick and changed it from the ORC to the OCR.
Important.
The Ocean Resort Casino to the Ocean Casino and Resort.
The Yocker.
The Yocker, yes. Eldorado Resorts made a deal to acquire Caesars Entertainment, announced June 24th. So, I don't know. I don't think any of this stuff really matters, except for the last one, probably. And even the outcome of that has not really been made clear.
It's not like 2018 when there were 2 casino openings, or, 2014 when a bunch of stuff was closing. But who knows, maybe when we're looking back on it 10 years from now, or 100 years from now when we're still doing the podcast, we will be like, oh yeah, 2019, that's when all this important stuff happened. That's when Bart Blatstein pushed for his Showboat casino license, and
yes.
Now Showboat is like an empire.
That's when he first started talking about Bart's Box of Slots, which has revolutionized gaming around the world.
Yes. The whole world is just a box of slots now. Unbelievable. And
we all just will be recording from one of our slot machines in a box of slots. We'll be like, have you seen WALL-E?
Yes.
Yes. It would be, we're all basically those people.
I think that makes sense, and we can thank Bart Blatstein for our dystopian
for leading us
future.
Down that path of luxury and
ease. Yes, it's just very simple.
Indeed.
Access to slots everywhere, which we'll talk about later.
All right, so what happened in 1919?
The 18th Amendment was ratified on January 16th, 1999, oh my God, 1919, beginning Prohibition. It was basically unenforced in Atlantic City. They were like, we want people to come here. We're already doing all the gamblings, so we might as well let everybody come and drink their bathtub gin and their rum that is imported into the docks because of the ease of access of Atlantic City. And it made the popularity of Atlantic City explode and increased the power of Nucky Johnson, famous for the Boardwalk Empire series, which now that we're done going back year by year in the 2000s, we have all this free time. We could be watching Boardwalk Empire episodes.
I never thought it was a bad idea. I mean, I think as long as we keep the segments short and pithy.
Very short. Very, like, a minute.
Yeah, like 3 minutes max. I think we can do it.
Okay.
Next episode 1 of Boardwalk Empire.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. I'll probably won't watch it.
Oh, come on. Terrible. It's going to be funny when we flame out like 3 episodes into the show. Or 0, as you've now declared.
But I would have said that about our podcast, and here we are, episode 119.
119.
Who would have thought?
One thing that has flamed out is our Atlantic City trips. We've gone few and far between.
Indeed, and yet another No, actually, surprise mid-episode turnaround. Our trip has not flamed out yet.
Yet, come on, man, have some faith. you're all set 2 nights, is that right?
I'm in 2 nights, going to stay Friday night. First time in a long time.
Not just 2 nights, but really 2 full days, which is nice getting there early, right?
Yeah, I'm going to drop the kids off Thursday morning at daycare and head on up. And I'll leave Saturday morning to come back down.
Yeah, so it seems like our friends Dave and Taylor are also going Thursday, but probably later. I don't know if you heard an update from them. I can't imagine they're taking 2 days off. My brother, I think, is going Friday to Saturday. I am also just going Friday to Saturday. We have 3 rooms booked at Ocean now. I have a comped room. My brother has a comped room. Dave has a comped room. So that's good.
Yeah.
Are you booked at Ocean?
Nope. Sure not booked.
You can get an Ocean room, right?
Yeah.
Will you book at Ocean since everyone else is staying at Ocean, or are you going to be like, screw you guys?
What do you?
Stay at the Trop.
So do you think that's like a pro for me or a con?
So I've talked about this with Dave, and I think, there's no reason it should be a con, but I think in your spiteful little mind, you have decided it's a con, and you want to do it, not because you actually see a negative, but because you don't understand our obsession with it.
I think you've pretty much nailed it. Like, there's no real reason that I wouldn't want to stay at Ocean, except that, like you said, I don't understand the desire that all you guys have for us all to stay together on the same floor next to each other, like best friends.
I don't need to be on the same floor.
And I just don't think it matters at all. And it makes part of me laugh that it'll bother you guys if I stay somewhere else.
So spite. You could have just said spite.
Yes, I'm just basically trolling.
So obviously we don't have any real concrete plans. We don't need to get into what are your plans, Kyle? Because I know that your answer is I have none except gambling.
Yep.
But Paul was questioning us after our last episode because we were talking about which hotel we should stay in. Should we try to book at resorts? We always talk about going to Golden Nugget and all that stuff. And obviously
I
now
could go to resorts.
We're booked at Ocean. So he was questioning us because, for one thing, we always talk about these hypotheticals and start all our trip planning discussions with where are we staying. But that always ends up just being where do we have comped rooms? Mm-hmm. And so he was saying, are we idiots for just basing all our decisions on comped rooms rather than what we actually want to be doing with our time?
I don't know. I have comped rooms at Trop, Hard Rock, Resorts, and Ocean, so I don't think it really affects me. It's probably more of a question for you.
Well, we talk about things like, we should stay at Golden Nugget because we've never stayed at Golden Nugget. But then when it comes down to actually planning a trip...
So here's the thing with Golden Nugget for me. I'd love to do a stay at Golden Nugget sometime, but we don't go enough, and I'm not willing to sacrifice a trip to that at this juncture. I don't actually want to stay at Golden Nugget, I just would like to say that I have, but it's not worth me wasting a trip to do it, because we don't go often enough.
His other question was about, the cycle, obviously, that comps are there to create for you, that... you start going someplace, you get comped, and then you say, oh, well, I'm comped at Ocean because I went to Ocean last time, I'm just going to stay at Ocean again. Does it bother you at all that, you stayed at Tropicana over and over again, you don't love Tropicana? Does that bother you at all, or is that just, you going with the flow? Yeah,
no, it doesn't bother me at all.
Even though you hate it?
It's a free room. I don't know. It's cool. Whatever, I do, an hour of play there or whatever when I stay, but it's not a big sacrifice, I don't think. I don't know. It just doesn't really affect my life too much negatively.
Yeah, see, I'm certainly somebody who thinks more about, what I want to be doing when I'm in Atlantic City and, what am I specifically trying to do off of the casino properties and all that junk. And the thing that I've come down to is, for places that I get, maybe I would rather spend my time at Borgata on a trip. Or maybe I'd really rather, I haven't stayed at Tropicana in a long time, I'd like to go there. But there's enough good stuff at places I get comped that the value of my wanting to do those things at other properties does not outweigh the value of the free room. So, I think when we started the podcast, I would have said the free room is what I want. I'm totally suckered in. And I feel like maybe I'm lying to myself, but that is not how I feel anymore. I feel like I'm actually getting value.
The only exception for me is it could be worthwhile on a trip for me to pay to stay at Borgata.
To start the comp earning?
No. I mean, just to actually stay there.
To experience it.
Independent of whether or not I think I can get future comps.
Okay.
I feel like I did pay to stay at Borgata 2 trips ago or something like that, so...
You also have the advantage of being weeknight focused, which means a room for you at Borgata is going to be $59.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're talking about 59 instead of 32 or whatever it is after
yeah.
I guess it would probably be, 80-something after fees instead of 30-something. But still, that difference is not enormous. Anything else about the trip?
No, I'm
Anything
excited.
you really want to do? Restaurants, bars, cocktails you want to try?
Are we going to
clubs?
go to Angelo's, man? Friday night?
Friday night, Angelo's.
Angelo's Fairmont Tavern.
I think we're going to
Maybe after that we can head over to Ducktown Tavern.
and
Could
then
be quite a night.
straight to Tony's Baltimore Grill.
If we're drunk enough.
Yes,
I need to have a BAC over like 0.2 to go there. Because else I will realize it's not that good and it will ruin my life.
Maybe that's true for Angelo's Fairmount Tavern also.
Yeah, maybe.
We don't know. But no, I don't have any plans for any sort of restaurants or anything. We'll think about all that.
That's
I mean,
surprising
by we,
from you.
I will think about all that before next episode, which is probably our last episode before we go on the trip.
The real question is, one Friday night, will you, Paul, Taylor, and Dave go somewhere to eat, and I will just, stay at the casino and get something quick and keep gambling?
I feel like you haven't done that recently, but it's possible.
It depends probably where you want to go. If you're going to go have a nice, fancy 2-hour dinner, I'd say it's not out of the question.
I probably wouldn't want to do that because I may not even be there for 24 hours. Like, everybody's leaving at really early in the morning on Saturday. I'm not even getting there until probably noon or 12:30 on Friday. So
I'll book you a room for Saturday night.
that's probably not worth the
point.
relationship capital. Yeah. The real question is, is it worth, even if everybody's gone at 8, staying until 1 or whatever? I feel like 1 is barely worth it. But if I can stay until 5 or 6 or something, that's getting you real time in Atlantic City. Staying until 1, I'm just kind of hanging out thinking to myself, if I'm up, I'm probably thinking I'm happy that I'm up this amount and I don't really want to lose it. If I'm down, I'm thinking, well, I don't really want to be down a couple $100 more than this. I mean, that's pretty much how I live my life, just a constant state of stress about what might be.
Can confirm.
Looking for a reason to give up, as we've discussed.
Can confirm.
So, I don't know. I feel like those hours of 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. are not getting me a whole lot. But if you can get into the afternoon, then it's okay, I got some time. I have a day. Maybe some time to recover from the previous night's drinking, rather than doing that on the bus. That's good. But I don't know. I'll have to figure all that out. By next episode, we'll have all that figured out.
I mean, I probably won't have a room booked by next episode. But
Unbelievable.
Okay, sure.
We also probably won't be Diamond by next episode, because that's apparently just not happening.
Yeah, I signed up for it a while ago. I don't know if I have it yet or not.
Oh, yeah, I've been checking every day. Nothing. Dave, same thing. No upgrade. There are
I
rumors
didn't
on Twitter.
do it on the first day, though.
Me
I did
neither.
it on, the third or fourth.
There are rumors that people have been rejected.
Really? It seemed like everyone who did it on the actual first got it pretty quickly.
Yes. And then everybody else has been in limbo. So I don't know what that means, but it's definitely been more than a week for me, and they said 7 days. So
Yeah, it's been more than a week for me, too, for sure.
our friend Andy was saying, who's, really into travel points and stuff like that and status, was saying, it's just been advertised way too much. Us talking about it right now is not a good thing, except nobody listens to this dumb show.
Right.
All of you listeners matter, but I mean, industry people don't listen to this show. But it's just been, broadcast on blogs and Twitter and everywhere that, this is an easy thing to do. And it's just a click of a button and you get status matched to Caesars, and then it gets you in the door to all this other stuff. And so it wouldn't be that surprising if it got shut down. And I certainly don't deserve it.
Here's the stupid thing, though, from Caesars. I think it would be fine for them if they just took away the celebration dinner. That's the really only thing that costs them money, right?
Right.
The deal would be totally fine for them. I don't know why they still have the celebration dinner. You should get that at 15,000 tier credits, not when you get diamond or whatever.
Yes, that's an interesting point.
That's the only problem, I think, for them. I don't think it matters at all to them otherwise, frankly.
Well, don't give them any ideas. As I've just said, they all listen to the show.
Yes, indeed.
Tony Rodeo.
The one
right
pit boss
now,
at Ocean said she listens to every show and
That's true.
gives all of our suggestions to management. And when I said she said that, I mean to you and Paul, not to me.
I don't think she actually said she gives all our suggestions to management.
Oh.
I think she said she's interested in hearing what we think is interesting and what we think sucks.
Boom.
What just happened?
Boom.
Council Oakfish.
Yes.
Just no transition. Right into Council Oakfish.
I just like it when you have to edit the shit out of these.
It's awful. I hate you. No time tomorrow either.
So Castle Oakfish is becoming Council Oaks Steak and Seafood as you thought it would last episode. So good job, Craig.
I mean, I definitely stole that from I think multiple people on Everything AC Group mentioned that was a possibility.
As you said last episode, good job, Craig.
Yes, a genius.
I know.
John B., fan of all the podcasts,
yes,
pointed out on Twitter that they actually got sued. His quote was, "They got sued for being a steakhouse disguised as a seafood restaurant. They're just dropping the disguise," which is true. So I can link to that suit.
Oh, did the steakhouse that just shut down sue them because they were contractually going to be the only steakhouse there?
Yeah, so Roberts was like, "You are not supposed to be a steakhouse. You call yourself Council Oak Fish, but you have steaks. This is bullshit." The suit, I think, got settled.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a pretty open and shut case. It sounds like Roberts would obviously win that, so I'm sure that they just had some money.
I mean, you say that, except I never thought, I should go to Council Oak Fish and see if they have good steak, because I don't like fish. So I was like, I'm not going to go to Council Oak Fish. It's called freaking Council Oak Fish. Now I'm like, ooh, steaks!
So, 10 years ago, I read a story about some mall somewhere in New England, and there was a sandwich shop there that had contractually, a deal that they were going to be the only sandwich shop in the mall. And a Qdoba opened up, and they sued the mall, saying that Qdoba sells sandwiches, and the judge had to rule that a burrito is not a sandwich, so they lost.
Is that where the whole internet debate came from? Is a hot dog a sandwich?
I don't think so, but that was a thing that actually happened.
A hot dog is definitively a sandwich, right?
Or, yeah, it's a sandwich. To clarify, that is what my recollection of this thing that happened 10 years ago actually happened, so...
You could be completely talking out of your ass, and in fact...
I'm at least 80% confident that is a true story.
Okay, I'll take it. 80% is fine.
Amazing content.
80% also about the payback of slots.
I hope not. That's not very good.
No, it's higher than that. I think the state-mandated payback is 84 or something.
Yeah.
So, Hard Rock is going to have a live online slots, and I guess they put out a press release because all of a sudden everyone was writing about this. The press of AC, the Associated Press.
What happened? You used to be on the Hard Rock press release email list, and I don't think you are anymore.
Yeah, they hate me, which is sad because I've said nothing but good things. The article I'm going to link to is Daryl McEwen's article because he had, I thought, more information than other people. Well, I should explain what this thing is.
Yeah.
Live online slots. Live blackjack, where you watch a dealer deal blackjack, and it's like you're at the table except a video. It's going to be like that, but with slots.
Yep. Keep going.
So, I guess you'll be watching a video...
I have the takes, but yeah, you can
real machine, and I don't know how the button presses are going to work. Are you controlling a robot? I don't know. Anyways, the current selection, 12 machines. Leprecoins.
It's a good name for a slot machine, by the way.
Buffalo, everyone's favorite. Spitfire multipliers, hotter than blazes. 3x, 4x, 4x, double times pay. None of which are available online anywhere else. And the denominations range from 25 cents to $5.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if this is their way to get around having to license, say, Buffalo for online play or whatever.
I'm sure. So that was my first reaction, was why would I do this when I can play a similar game online? You
can play the exact same thing, slot machines either way, or just a computer coming up with random numbers and giving you results. So,
but online you get Bison Stampede or something. It's not actually Buffalo, especially the most popular machines. There are some IGT machines that are directly the same, and some of the bigger, more common ones are on there. But I think some of the big licensed ones not on there. There's all these weird online only ones that I'm always I don't want to play the online only ones. I want to play Buffalo, and now I can. I'm definitely not going to do this, by the way.
By the way, while we're talking about slots, and by you I mean 7 Out Podcast, which if you're not listening to, you should, but recommended the Heidi slot machine. And so when I was at Horseshoe last weekend to meet up with Eric and Terry and a few other people, Tim Lawson, John B., previously mentioned on this episode, I decided to stumble down to a Heidi machine and put $100 in, and I have to say, I had a lot of fun, but I did get the, bonus game or whatever, which adds to the fun. So, won a little bit of money, wandered off, came back later, put another $100 in, and didn't go so well the second time, and I had a lot less fun. So,
that is how it works. If you could get some Heidi online, play some Heidi, be good.
The song is excellent during the bonus
It's
game,
very good.
I have to say. That's what really made it for me.
It is a good song. I think it's the Vegas Club podcast. There are episodes where they put the song in there if you need the song in your life.
I don't. You're,
Oh,
you're
you
the
do.
one that's probably going to YouTube right now.
Typing one-handed
Yeah.
to go to the Heidi's videos. Oh,
No,
boy.
no comment.
All right. So anyways, my first reaction to this was like, why would anyone play these live online slots? It's like no different than just playing on your
Yes,
computer.
that was my hot take too. But if you really need Buffalo or like the Heidi song or whatever, even though Heidi's not one of the choices.
Right. Like objectively, I think this is dumb. I think it's possible that it's just going to rake. Like they're going to
Yeah.
make so much money on it. And I'm just going to be like, I'm an idiot, I guess, because like people want this machine.
The more we've talked about it, the more I'm like, this is a fantastic idea. This is actually what the people want.
We've totally come around.
I know. If you'd asked me, like, before we started talking about it, I'd be like, this is the stupidest idea I've ever heard in my life. But Here we are. Year 2020. This is what we can do.
Speaking of lots of stupid ideas, Jim Murren is stepping down as the CEO of MGM. He'll be there until they pick a replacement. Murren, known for profit growth plan, which included such things as resort fees, parking fees, smaller drinks.
Yep. He's the one that instituted the drink tickets at the bars.
Yeah. He's been the CEO since 2008. And everybody seems to love him. I think everybody has
Oh, yes.
nothing but good things to say.
Very popular.
Yeah. I mean, so we didn't do our sarcasm on the first item of 2019 in our look back. So I think we'll cover the sarcasm here.
I did a pretty sarcastic reading of your list you put together for 2019.
That was more sarcasm toward me and my
Yeah, it was.
choices, and
It
not
was.
about like
It
the
was.
quality of the actual things that happened,
You're right.
which I don't appreciate. I think, there's probably going to be a lot said about this on other podcasts and other shows. And really, MGM, as much as they have National Harbor and Macau and all that stuff, it's a Las Vegas company, right? And I guess it's a big Macau company.
It was a big Macau company.
When Macau was open.
Yeah, when there were actually casinos there that were open.
Yeah. But as far as Atlantic City, their only property in Atlantic City, a little property called Borgata, which I don't know how impactful Borgata it really is on Atlantic City as a whole. It only doubles every other casino in casino revenue every single month. Or not doubles every other, but the second highest casino. But, I mean, to me, I don't think MGM has really stamped profit growth plan on the forehead of the Borgata the way they have other properties. So I don't know if you disagree.
No,
Maybe people who go to Borgata all the time feel like there's been some changes.
they've been pretty subtle. I mean, like, it's like not all of the poker machines at the B Bar are 9-6 anymore. Only some of them are. Resort fees have gone up slightly, but they're still like very reasonable. So
Yeah, they're still lower than a lot of other places in Atlantic City. The parking is still like $5 flat rate. When if you go to
Yes.
Caesars, it's like $25 on a Saturday in January.
and by the way, when I say reasonable, I mean comparing it to Las Vegas. Really,
Right.
any resort fee is ridiculous. But
Yeah, when it's 40 whatever dollars in Las Vegas, we're talking about different stratospheres here.
the roller coaster,
Yes, the whatever jump off the top of the stratosphere.
yes, indeed.
Not owned by MGM, by the way. But I don't expect a whole lot of change to come to Borgata based on this. I think we'll see more of that stuff in Vegas and in what happens to Vegas, which we never go to, so it doesn't matter.
You went last year, man.
That's true. I'll never go again.
Fair.
I'm an Atlantic City person through and through. I feel bad. I cheated once. I said I'd never do it again.
I'm sure you would totally do it again.
Oh, yeah.
I don't believe you at all. If another opportunity came up, you would be like, yeah.
I'm only as loyal as my options. Chris Rock, a joke.
Time for cheating. All right. So January revenue. I don't know. Go through the numbers. I can't read them because of the order that they're in. So.
Oh my god. They seem pretty good. Up $15 million from January 2019, which was up $15 million from January 2018. So that's $30 million over the 2 years for those who are math challenged. Golden Nugget racked up $15 million, which is actually better than their December. I feel like we had been talking about them in those low teens looking not good. And so they actually put up a solid month. They were the only month-over-month gainer in the city. So I was looking down the numbers and thinking, like, yeah, it looks good. Bally's, except they're the first one alphabetically, so I should have jumped out at me right at the start. $10.7 million month. That's atrocious. It's the worst single month since Trump Taj Mahal's $10.69 million month in December of 2015.
That can't be true. Taj had some awful months before it closed. I refuse to believe.
I don't know. I control F'd $10, and that's what I came up with.
September 2016, a month that the Taj was open the entire month, $8.1 million.
Oh, because I control F10. I didn't look for 9 and 8. Duh.
Get wrecked.
Excellent.
Anyway.
September 2016, 8.1 million. So still, the worst non-closing casino month. No, that's still not true, really.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
Did we know Taj was closing?
Yes.
Yes, we did. Yes.
It was announced.
Okay. Any other thoughts on Bally's being terrible?
So remind me, do we have any bets on sub $10 million?
I don't think we do this year because I don't think we thought it was even in the realm of possibility.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not going to happen. But, yeah, Bally's could do it in February.
So February, the first thing I checked, February typically actually a better month than January. At least the past 4 years.
They can't do it, man. February, how rare is this? February is a 5 Saturday month this month. That happens, like once every 50 years or something?
That's a good point.
Unbelievable.
Oh, wow. Yeah, 5 Saturday month and the last 4 Februarys have been better than the last 4 Januarys. So improvements, you'd think improvements. So I don't think they'll go under 10. I think if they go under 10, it's like, oh boy, it's bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
guess
it's
once
bad
every
anyway.
28 years, right? Because it's every 4 years is a leap year, and then every 7 years in theory should be, Saturday's the extra day.
I'm going to trust you on that. Any other stuff jump out at you on the data?
Hard Rock is kind of hanging in there with Ocean this month. It's a lot different than it was at the end of 2019, where Ocean was just raking it, and Hard Rock was doing fine. But
Hard Rock was making more money
right.
than Ocean. It's just that they're year over year.
In terms of growth, it seems much more even this year. Yeah, so let's compare to December. I guess it's about $5 million both times, but with much lower numbers. I mean, I think Hard Rock is beating Ocean by closer to the percentages they would have guessed.
So I mean, $16.9 million month for Ocean. It's the first month where they're in a few months into the summer where they're not actually going up month over month,
yes.
which is to be expected. I mean, December has a big break and New Year's Eve.
Yeah, makes me feel a little more like I have some slight chance of winning our Tropicana Ocean bet.
Yeah, I don't know. Ocean shouldn't feel bad about 36% year over year gains. Like that's still good for them, except obviously
they had $12 million last year.
January 2019 was ass. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have too much else to say about Ocean Hard Rock data. Hard Rock was the biggest year over year gainer, up to $21.5 million. That's good for January. It's not blowing the doors off of anything. It's no freaking $54 million at Borgata. It's ridiculous.
I do have to say, though, this is about as good of a month as I could have hoped for my two bets that I thought I was going to definitely be losing, which is you have Hard Rock coming in second in Atlantic City in 2020, and Harrah's beat Hard Rock by over $2 million in January, it's pretty good for me. And then the other one being the Ocean Tropicana bet, with Tropicana like $4 million ahead of Ocean this month. So
it's a big gap.
It's everything came out about as well as it could have for my financial situation.
Terrible and frustrating.
What was their third bet?
Let's find it real quick.
I remember the third bet I thought was a bit more fair than the other two that I just mentioned.
I get $5 if Resorts comes in last in gaming revenue, and you have Bally's.
Oh my god, you're going to get slaughtered.
I'm so screwed.
I'm going to win all 3 bets. I'm the greatest gambler.
What are you going to do with your $15, Kyle?
Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to lose a hand to Pai Gow.
One hand. If you can find $15 Pai Gow.
There's plenty of $15 Pai Gow.
No, it's all 25, man.
I bet when I'm there Thursday morning, there's going to be some $15 Pai Gow.
That's a good point.
By myself. It's going to be great.
It's true.
Oh, I should go to lunch somewhere on Thursday. Somewhere epic.
Like the Irish pub?
No. You were the worst.
Piccadilly.
I should just be wasted out of my mind when
you should.
Dave and Taylor get here. I mean, that's how it was when I got there last trip, and Paul was wasted out of his mind. So
the best is when you're the last person to get to Vegas and everybody's really wasted or high or whatever.
Yeah,
And you're like, I'm excited to start my Vegas trip. And everybody's like, we're done, dude. It's over.
It's over.
We are out of our minds drunk.
Guys, I have an early flight.
That was the best.
Was it the best?
I mean, worst. We have a friend. I think it was Dave's bachelor party, right?
Yeah.
And he and I ended up in this like giant room at Caesars because we complained about our room. Like the shower didn't work or something.
It was palatial.
Yeah. So we ended up in this massive room overlooking the Bellagio fountains. So, the last night of the trip, we went to go back to that room and, play some cards or something.
This baseball card.
Yeah. Baseball card poker.
Yep.
A game that I developed. It's terrible.
One of your best.
And we were, very drunk, and I don't think even being that loud at the time.
It was probably like 11 p.m.
I don't know if it was even that late. And our friend, Tommy, who was just very high, I think, laying in bed, we're like trying to be as far away from him as we possibly can.
We were in the bathroom playing. In the bathroom.
And he was like, guys, I got an early flight. He literally had the last flight out.
Yes.
Like, I had the second to last flight out, and my flight was at like 1:45 p.m. And his flight was after my flight.
Unbelievable.
We have very different definitions of early.
Yes. Some people need to sleep for like 15 hours a night.
So I'll give him credit for gracing us with that amazing story, because that comes up a lot in our conversations. Any gambling trip, someone says, guys have got an early flight. It comes up a lot.
Craig, I need to wrap this up because I have an early flight. So if you want to join us or any of our other listeners, you can do so in our Facebook group at facebook.com/group/doforawin. Find all of our wonderful content and buy a shirt at doforawin.com. Find our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, but not YouTube because Craig doesn't care about the 8 people an episode that we're listening that way.
No, Justin W. just started subscribing to the YouTube.
There you go. Reach out to Craig on Twitter at doforawin or me at Kyle Askin. Send questions to Craig at doforawin@gmail.com. And we'll talk to you in a week or two.
With trip plans, rooms booked, everything you want to hear about, restaurants, bars, clubs. Kyle's doing all that stuff.
Yeah. That's... What are the odds that I have a room booked by the next time we record?
Less than 10%. It's so easy. Just book Ocean. Everybody's staying at Ocean. Just call and say, hey. It's not that easy.
Dude,
it's Ocean.
The last 5 times I've called Ocean, it's been over a 10-minute wait, including once when I called the millisecond that the phone lines opened.
I called on Wednesday, middle of the day. I think I was on hold for 8 minutes. And when the woman answered the phone after only 8 minutes, I was like, I've won the lottery that I only had to wait this long.
It's unbelievable. This isn't like a helpline or something. This is the reservations line. Like, people want to give them money.
Dave called, and they were like, it's over 10 minutes, but you can leave your number and we'll call you back. So he left his number, and I was like, they will not call you back.
Yes, I've done that, and they did not call me back.
So then he just called them back and waited on hold for 20 minutes or however the hell long it took.
It's unfathomable how terrible that is.
It's really annoying.
It's just you cannot book a room at Ocean. They don't want you to do it.
They've probably done some calculation, Luxor Capital Group, that says, we are paying this much to have this many people manning the phone lines. This is how full we are on an average night. And we have now decided that this is a cost that's just worth it. If we lose this amount of rooms per night, absolutely worth it.
Unbelievable.
That is what I think happened. The bean counters have got us again.
They always do.
Good riddance, Jim Murrin. Totally related to Ocean, that part.
It's like pro wrestling. The Ocean CEO rip off his mask and it's Jim Murrin.
He's going to go to Luxor Capital Group.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. We'll talk to you soon.
So I got home tonight. I picked up both kids from school because that was what I had to do tonight.
Yep.
And I go down to the basement where the bucket packages are, and I picked up the giant box, and I'm trying to get the kids into the elevator, and I do, and I make it all the way to the end of the hall, and then I drop the box, and in the box were 2 huge bottles of dish detergent, and one of them exploded all over everything in the box, and I was so bitter and sad. And I think I might still just email Walmart and be like, look at how this box showed up. I also might have said, fuck this box, and kicked it multiple times. In front of my kids.
Good job.